watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much they hold, and just like the old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How bold is your soul? I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even come to the earth, and we've got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. I don't want to be someone who walks away so easily. I'm here to stay and make the difference that I can make. Our differences, they do a lot to teach us how to use the tools and gifts we got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you are my friend. And yes, we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn how to bend without our world caving in. I had to learn what I got and what I'm not and who I am. And I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, still looking up. I won't give up on us. God knows I'm tough enough, and we've got a lot to learn, and God knows we're worth it. I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up.
Hello and welcome to our Sunday service for the Church of Union. Let us meditate together in the following minutes and begin your meditation by creating a safe space. Block off any distractions and ensure that you will feel safe. Now take a deep breath. Follow that breath through your body. And remember that you are a beautiful and innocent divine being. Take another deep breath. And really connect with yourself for a moment. Grounding, connecting with your body. Now focus your attention on your high heart for a moment, which is located above your heart. You can place your attention there and visualize a white light or a beautiful flower blossoming in your high heart chakra. And now, as you go deeper into your meditation, imagine that you arrive in a beautiful place in your imagination, where you feel confident, safe, and comfortable. And now you can imagine how your beautiful twin flame is approaching you. And they are holding something in their hands. As they are coming closer, your eyes are meeting. It's always very special when that happens. And you can see that your twin flame is holding your favorite flower in their hands. Which is a beautiful, romantic Valentine's gift for you. And your twin flame is sharing this flower with you when you are receiving it. And notice the vibrations that come with it. Receive all of this love. And notice harmonious twin flame union vibes coming with it. And now you can ask yourself, what would I like to share with my twin flame? And you can visualize a beautiful gift or their favorite flower and you charge it up with harmonious twin flame union vibes and share it with them and notice how they are feeling as you do so. Now you can slowly conclude this meditation. If there's anything you want to exchange with your twin flame, you can do that now. Say goodbye to your twin flame and just return to yourself, to your body. You want all of that experience. Take a deep breath and enjoy the rest of our Sunday service.
Hello everyone, I am Kanisha and I will be doing today's card reading. I will be pulling from the Lover's Oracle deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. And I have pre-shuffled, so let's get started. Our first card is a juicy one. It is Passion. It says a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So what this is coming at for me is as you start to really have a passion for life and you allow yourself to explore your passions, you absolutely do become magnetic and have this alluring energy that draws people to you, including your twin flame. You attract people to you based off of the energy and the vibration that you're in. And so when you are following your passions and really allowing yourself to have a passion for life, you will see that reflected back to you, not only by your twin flame, but in every area of your life. Your twin flame has a deep passion for you. They absolutely adore and love you above anyone else. And so I feel like this card is really inviting you to have a deeper passion for life, a deeper passion for yourself, and really enjoy being in that present moment of loving yourself unconditionally and being with yourself in every way and really providing for your needs and caring for yourself and the way that you want to be carried or cared for by your twin flame. And so, as you really vibe into an energy of truly having self love and having a passion for your life purpose and for just anything that you desire to expand in and that you truly do have a passion for, that is going to attract your twin flame. And so follow your passions. Know that the desire that you have in your heart is the same desire that God has for you. And also feeling into your relationship with God. Are you passionate about your relationship with God? Are you passionate about getting to know Him and having communication with Him on a daily basis and really vibrating into your harmonious union with God? Because that is how you come into harmonious union with your twin flame, is by coming into union with God first and yourself and then your twin flame. And so I ask you to really feel into your heart. Am I passionate about life and my inner work and about really having the life that I desire? And if not, that's okay. There's just some inner work to do there, but you really should be in a in a place, or thriving to be in a place where you are really just enjoying life, enjoying every moment, really being present with yourself and taking it all in. And as you do that, you'll find that you're very just passionate about life because it's reflecting all of that love that you're giving yourself back to you. Okay, our next card here is, it's a pretty card. It is Twin Flames. I love that. Twin Flames. It says your passion ignites. Okay, there's a lot of passion happening this week. So, yes, your twin flame absolutely will ignite your passions within you. I love that you are meant to do your life purpose work with your twin flame. So you do share a lot of the same passions, as same ideas, a lot of things that you desire to do in this life. You most likely will do it with them. And so as you really claim who you are within and follow your heart and follow the good feeling, your twin flame is always going to be with you in your heart in that space, and they're always going to be doing those things with you. May not be physically, but inwardly at the core, they're always doing those things with you. And so allow your passion to be ignited about this journey, about love. Allow yourself to be passionate about love and really bringing love into every area of your life, to everything that you do, every event that you do in your life, any mundane task that you do, bring love and passion into it. And there should never be a boring moment in your life. Okay, and then last but not least, we have surrender. All right. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Yeah. So what's coming up for me here is there's kind of this energy that there's some people having to surrender, that maybe they may not get to spend time with their twin flame on Valentine's Day, and that is absolutely okay. You're gonna have the rest of eternity with your twin flame, so it's all right. But I would love for you to surrender into visualizing what would your perfect Valentine's date look like with your twin flame? Or what would the perfect gift that you'd want to give them, or vice versa? What would be the perfect gift to receive from your twin flame? And so I would invite you to spend some time in that space, in that energy with God and your twin flame, and creating that perfect date, that perfect gift, and then sharing that with us and letting us know what would be perfect for you and your twin flame. But know that when you go into your heart and you really spend time in that energy, you're just manifesting that within so that it can manifest outwardly in your reality. Everything is inner work first. It's always going to be 90% inner work, 10% action. And so your inner work will be reflected to you in your reality. Just be persistent and really just love yourself there, and know that every time you're doing the mirror exercise and your inner work, you're just healing separation consciousness, and that you are meant to be in harmonious union with your twin flame. So this is the end of the card reading. Enjoy the rest of today's service.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's Sunday service. I'm Christy and I have the privilege today to introduce you to the special sermon for Valentine's Day by Jason and Chrissy. And I really love this topic about divine romance. It's really a lifestyle, and Jeff and Shaleia teach that perfectly. And I remember even Shaleia, she had a romance attraction course. It's like a 24-hour job to romance yourself every day and to ask yourself constantly, what do I need right now to feel loved, to feel romance, to feel good. And so I also asked myself this question, how do I love to romance myself and therefore God? Because when we love ourselves, we romance God and also like his children, because when you fill your cup up, you're overflowing with love and with joy and with passion, and you cannot help but just share it with God's children every day, right? And so it's important to put yourself first there. And what I love to do to romance myself every day is, like in the morning, for example, sitting on the couch, lighting a candle, especially now in winter time, to sit down, to meditate, and feeling into my dreams, if I can remember them, and to interpret them together with God and the message there from my subconsciousness to connect with my inner self, and then to pull some cards to get the message of today with God, and to read a few pages from A Course in Miracles, for example. I also have the notes from the Romance Attraction course and Dreams Coming True e-course. And I love like to do the exercises every day, at least like for one lesson. So you're constantly in this vibe every day with God together, to really romance yourself and to focusing, going deeper there, because it will never get boring, right? God is so fresh and new every day, and what He wants to teach you. And even if you got the same cards, or when you pull them, you go deeper, you know more than yesterday, right? It's the same with the classes. And so, for example, I love watching the classes while being on the treadmill, and to be like in movement, to keep the engine going already, like in the morning, to move your body and to watch something while you're doing that, to pause like if needed, to click on the pause button and to write something down, like notes, if there really is like a quote I want to keep and or even share with God's children. And what I also love to do is like once a week to do some wellness. For example, getting a facial or a massage, or there's even like a beautiful spa close to me, like going swimming there. It's like even healing water. And there's a sauna and a nice restaurant. So I take like my journal with me, and lying there like chilling and doing some inner work with the O cards. Sometimes I take them with me, and yeah, I love like how sometimes like people are looking, and yeah, they're looking very interested, right? Like pulling cards and going within, or like reading something while eating in the restaurant. It's really like to feel you would be like a weekend away and treating yourself in a spa when you were just like there for a few hours, but it fills me up inside like for a few days, right? It really pays off. So it's important to invest into ourselves. And I also really love to romance myself and treating myself to go to the movies. And God is so perfect. Like since I was moving here, there is such a beautiful romantic movie theater. And of course there are like several rooms, and every room is unique. And there are like LED lights, for example, and they're changing the colors, and there's like Dolby Surround, and you have a lot of space, more than I had before, like with your seat, and the service is coming to your seat, and there's even like romantic food, for example, strawberries with chocolate. I never saw that like in a movie theater, that you can get something like that. Or if you want to drink some wine, they even have that, and some olives and cheese and bread, like while drinking the wine, and some stuff. And it's amazing what you can get there and what is possible, and it just gets better with God. And it's perfect because we all kind of prepared ourselves today for the sermon and the service, watching the juiciest romance ever. It's a Twin Flame Ascension School class by Jeff and Shaleia. It's Wednesday, 1 p.m. 73. And it was even the class where Shaleia shared about going dancing just by herself before she got to know Jeff, and I love to do the same. And soon I will do it again. God just showed me, it was yesterday, like I was Googling like close to me, like to go to a concert. And then I saw there's also like some weekends kind of discotheque with old songs from the 90s or 2000s, where I really love to go out in my early 20s especially, and to do that soon again. Oh my gosh, I'm so much looking forward to that. And yeah, I could so much relate to Shaleia doing that, right? You're never alone because you're always with God. And so there are so many hundreds of people when you go to a discotheque, and like I did before, and I was not there to get to know someone. And it happened sometimes that somebody wanted to flirt with me, and I was just honest. I said, sorry, thank you, but I just want to dance, right? I'm just here for dancing. And especially the more I was going, also like during the week, it was even like a better atmosphere than at the weekend, because it was not so full, but it also was kind of a family vibe. And I felt so protected going there, for example, by the securities. There was, for example, like an Indian man. He was an emergency doctor, like during the week. He was a security and he knew everybody, and he was kind of protecting me, or if somebody would treat me disrespectful, and he was there and not kind of flirting with me or wanting something from me, but just like showing me that he is there, right? And God is everywhere. It felt so juicy. And also what touched me very much when I just was going there was that sometimes even guys came to just give me a thumbs up, like that I didn't allow others to flirt with me, as if they would need like to know that there are loyal women out there. And it just touched me very much when that happened. Yeah, to see that you can just go spend time with God, right, and not kind of wanting like hunting someone, right, when you go to the discotheque. And yeah, it's really like a lot of romance, and it lasted at least 3 days. Especially when I went there in the middle of the week, this joy, this passion, this feeling alive, it lasted. Because normally I was very shy and I couldn't really speak about my feelings, but I could express my feelings while dancing, and I didn't care what others think of me. And it was really filling my cup up, and to sing together with others, and to laugh and to smile with strangers, and being one with all of God's children, right? It's really my passion, and I'm so looking forward to do it soon again. And yeah, I love that Shaleia did the same. Felt very connected. So yeah, you can feel like into your own life, and maybe to go deeper there for yourself too, that there's some new event or something new you want to try out together with God. And yeah, I just can invite you to check out our website at unionism.org, where you can also donate or tithe to really spread this message with as many people as possible, with God's children, to experience this eternal honeymoon with God, right? It's amazing. And so now I would love to introduce you to today's Sunday special sermon with Jason and Chrissy, and enjoy.
Welcome everyone to another Church of Union Sunday service. Thank you for joining us today. Special edition.
It's Valentine's Day!
Valentine's Day.
Woo! Hi everyone.
We have to introduce ourselves. We are Jason and Chrissy, your executive minister of Union for today's service. Let us begin with our 3 opening ohms, followed by our opening prayer.
Yeah, so let's everyone take a deep breath, and please join us out loud or in your hearts.
I am the only child of God, forever part of Him. I am created by Him in perfection, and there I always remain. My mind is my sanctuary, where I keep His holy creation sacred. I will only allow in His voice. I will only accept His word. Today, I will hear the word of God. I surrender myself to His teachings through His divine channel. I will honor what He has spoken and accept it as His will. I will be obedient to His word, for this is my salvation. In Christ's name, Om, Amen. So, well, you're wearing red for
I am.
Valentine's Day. You're all redded out.
So happy to be here with everyone.
Sure.
Looking forward to this. Yeah.
So, what are we talking about in terms of like Valentine's Day? What are we bringing to the table
We
here?
want to talk about how do you romance yourself, how to romance yourself, and how to romance God, and what that looks like, and our experiences with that in our life. I think it's really important to do that. And we're having a really different sermon. Our sermon team came together this week to really provide an interactive opportunity for you to really dive deep into your inner work and get clear on how you're romancing yourself, how you're loving God, and what you can do maybe to work on it, and deepen your love, deepen your romance, go deeper. I love romance. I love the romance attraction course. And so, yeah, let's get into it.
Why do you love romance?
I love romance because it feels good.
Yeah.
I love things that feel good. And I absolutely love, how Jeff and Shaleia have taught us the way to romance ourselves, and that I have the power to do that in my life. And I've loved it ever since I learned it, and I've applied it ever since I've learned it. And I've only seen in my experience going deeper, God going deeper with me and me going deeper with God through this process. So, for example, I shared this recently in the TFU Open Forum, but I used to do coffee with God in the morning when I was on, when we were working through our union, and I was on a false twin flame journey, or, moving through my things. And I used to do coffee with God, and I would journal every morning, and I would really sit and extend the peace that I would have when I woke up in the morning. I would do my best to stay present with that and extend that and just sit in it and feel peaceful. And now we do that in the morning together.
Yeah.
Like, you're making breakfast, I'm sipping on coffee, and I can see just how my relationship there with God and that romance has continued to blossom as we've got closer and our union's healed.
Yeah, I agree. Like when we have meals together, it's I think it's very romantic. We
really like it.
It's not like, oh, we always like light candles or whatever, but it's just like a romantic setting because we're just like doing our thing and enjoying conversation and the meal and all that stuff. Normally, I get you flowers often, so
Yeah,
I enjoy romancing you in that way.
Yeah,
because it makes you happy. And I think that we have our own way, that we interact and romance one another, specific to us. And I think, we're constantly growing that and kind of expanding upon it and learning new things about ourselves and one another. And it's nice.
It's sweet. Yeah, and with your twin flame, you're always going to go deeper. And so we really want to focus on a couple different things today. We're pulling from a couple different resources. I always like to do this in my sermons, but it's Wednesday 1, class 73. It's the juiciest romance ever. This is an incredible class, a Twin Flame Ascension School class to go into if you want to really dissect and analyze where you're at with your romance with God and how you feel about it. And I really loved all the questions that were asked during this class. And it really helped, get clear on where we were, and instantly took us deeper into romance as well, which is really rewarding as, you go through the healing process. And so really take a minute to just sit and reflect on how you love God, where your relationship with God is right now on your journey. And if you're having any kind of trouble with that, maybe, for example, you're like, how do I love God if he's not with me? If I don't have my person with me, if I don't have my ultimate lover with me in real life right now, how do I do that? And it starts with you loving yourself. It starts with you romancing yourself and you doing things that you find that help you feel good inside. The primary indicator of how you're doing or where you're at on your twin flame journey is how you feel inside. Do you feel good inside? If you don't feel good inside, utilize the mirror exercise and heal whatever arises. I see a lot of people talk, in the community about maybe a little bit of jealousy. I want to address that because it's really important that if you see love around you, if you see a couple in love, if you see, a chick flick, or you're watching something and you see love, you want to bless that. You want to say, that's for me. If you see a couple in love, you want to say, that love is for me. That love is returning to me, right? That's from Romance Attraction course. That love's returning to me. I receive that because that's for me. Because like attracts like, and you want to magnetize your twin flame to you. You want to magnetize love to you through romancing yourself and loving yourself. And it works. It truly, truly does.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that is coming up for me is I recall prior to I believe being in TFAS was being on vacation with my family, and I had just undergone a breakup, I believe, and I was on vacation on my family just to clear my head and get away. And I remember seeing like couples that were newlyweds or whatever, and it felt very good to me. Like it felt really good because like that's possible. Right? Love is possible, and I think that's what I was being shown was that, not to like get discouraged or envious of what those people had, but like that I can have that as well. That there's someone out there for me as well that I share, true love with, and then poof,
I just magically appear. Yeah. And so let's go deeper there, because I have, you went on vacation with your family. When I was working on my twin flame journey, when I was first starting out, I actually was in Europe for the better half of it. And I did a lot of traveling, and I had some options. I could travel with companions, but I found going on vacations by myself very rewarding and romantic. And I just felt so good giving to myself in that way. I would go on cruises. I would go to nice dinners. I would dress up and like feel really good and go out to eat, because I just love food and I love when it's properly prepared, and I genuinely enjoy that. And like Jason said earlier, now we do that together on a regular basis, where we have really we have Divine Dish. Jason does Divine Dish daily, and we enjoy Divine Dish in such an incredibly romantic way on a regular basis that we're just constantly feeling romanced and wooed by God and food. And we want to do our part to woo God. So how do we do that, Jay? From your perspective, how do we romance God?
Well, we invest in ourselves and in our union, and we, I guess, share that.
Yeah,
with,
exactly.
We share that with one another. We share that with our peers in the community.
In our purpose work.
Yeah.
Yeah, your purpose work is a really amazing way to deepen your relationship with God, and through that, love yourself. And so it's really about cultivating love in your life, right? And so there's all kinds of things. If you watch the Romance Attraction course, of course, you can identify all kinds of things that you can do that I actually love. But I do want to go over some basic misconceptions about what love is, so we can address those and really start thinking about how we're going about it. So one of the major misconceptions that I learned growing up about love that we were taught was that if I love you and give you all of my attention, then you're going to love me back the way that I need loved.
Right?
That's a misconception. So that's conditional.
Right, but you're doing it for me. So I should be doing it back.
Right. That's a quid pro quo exchange, and that's not what you're seeking. So if you're seeking like, I'm trying, like, I want this, or I want him to go on a date with me, or I want him to do this, or I want her to do that, or this is what I want, then like you're loving on a conditional basis, and it's not true unconditional love. Yeah. So I have an example here. Let's look. Okay, here's so the quid pro quo is like gift exchange is a good idea,
what do you mean
example.
by that?
Like a gift exchange is like, I'm going to buy you a gift, and then I expect you to buy me a gift in return, right? There's an expectation there, and then it results in heaviness. feels bad.
Mhm.
That's not romantic, guys. Romance, it just feels good all the time.
Yeah, you
Right.
do it because it's something that you feel called to do in your heart. Like,
Yeah.
for example, when I buy you flowers, I'm not in the store, oh, Chrissy's gonna give me a back rub. I know it. If I give her flowers, she's going to give me a back. I don't do it. I don't do it for that reason.
Right.
I just do it because I know that flowers make you happy and they kind of like brighten up. And they're get out of jail free card, kids. No,
No.
because they do brighten up.
Yeah.
Your day. I think.
Yeah, I
And
love
so,
them. It's very sweet of you.
I'm not looking for anything in return. I just enjoy getting you flowers.
Yeah, and I don't expect you to get me flowers at all. Like, actually, if I want flowers, I'll sometimes ask for them, but usually,
Sure, sometimes, yeah.
usually you bring them home. But like, I think like I don't expect them from you. So if I'm feeling like if I'm wanting flowers, I'm not gonna like wait to see if Jason brings them home. I'm just gonna like ask for flowers. Like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna like, hey, I would like some
You're gonna
flowers.
ask me for flowers?
I'm just gonna ask for flowers, or think about flowers, or I'll think, oh, I'll go get some flowers. And then,
Yeah. Or
yeah,
you ask God for flowers,
Yeah.
or you just have it in your mind that you desire flowers. Sure.
yeah, and I enjoy them in my mind, and then you show up with them sometimes. Yeah, so like you just want to magnetize that love to you. Another thing that's a misconception about love that we've worked through in our union is that you must accept unhealthy behaviors from people because that means that you love them. So this is just how it is. They're not going to change. I need to love them there. It's like an unrequited or unhealthy exchange.
Yeah.
And so,
Just because like they're in your proximity, maybe they're family, maybe they're friends, maybe they're someone that you grew up around and you've known the majority of your life, or whatever the case may be. If you're not experiencing like a two-way street type of relationship and it's all basically tit for tat, or something that any other example on what?
Yeah, anytime anyone's attempting to make you feel obligated or guilty for your behavior or bad, or it's not romantic, and it's heavy and it doesn't feel good, and maybe some boundaries there would be appropriate. And so you want to make sure that if you're putting yourself in that situation where you're expecting things and you're waiting to be happy until somebody shows up in your life,
you feel obligated
right,
to have a relationship with someone. Yeah, it's not something that's genuine. It's not really an authentic relationship, and not one based on love. That's for sure. You want to choose for those relationships in your life to be based on unconditional love, where you're not reliant on this person or that person for anything. They're not your source, and you don't owe someone a relationship just because you're in the same vicinity, or any kind of situation like that. You do owe yourself to have healthy, loving relationships.
Yeah, so if you find yourself doing that in any way, in any relationship where you're holding on to attachment or obligatory energy, or you feel guilty, we really invite you to let that go. Make a new choice there. Choose love. Choose to live a life of love. That's why we're here, is because we desire a life of love. That's why we're on the path of harmonious twin flame union, because it's the path for lovers. And it's okay to honor that about yourself, and that you're worthy of your perfect partner who's going to love you perfectly for you, the way that you desire to be loved. And it's really important to make those choices. And as you make those choices, take a minute and reflect on 3 things that you desire your partner to do for you. What would you desire your partner to do? What do you desire in your ultimate partner? Can you think of 3 things that you desire? I can tell you that on my love list, I have my partner always invests in our union and is always bringing deeper romance into our life. And Jason does that. He talks about how he brings me flowers all the time because he knows I absolutely love it. He cooks all our meals so perfectly and divine so we can have quality time at the dinner table and really bond and heal over food and our relationship with food. We exercise together, right? We work together. We do our purpose together. All of these things just magnetize us to each other, and we absolutely love our life because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would go one step further and just say, do the same thing for any relationship that you have, not just your twin flame, not just your romantic partner, but any relationship that you may have in your life, a friend or a coworker or whatever, hold those same qualities and attributes exactly how you would your partner, your twin flame.
Yeah, there's no compartmentalization with God.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you choose to love God, you choose to love God in everything, and God is in everything. And so as you claim that and you genuinely choose it, you can sit and identify where you don't feel good, where you might not feel good inside, and then do the mirror exercise in those spaces and heal. Good. Okay, so something that we see a lot of people experience on the twin flame journey is focusing on what their twin flame is doing. What is my twin flame doing now? I'm seeing all these signs. What are they doing? How are they doing? Are they thinking of me? I want to go on a date. And all of these things, that's pulling from their twin flame. That's actually repulsing your twin flame. That's actually doing the opposite of what you want.
Smothering.
It's smothering energy. It's very off-putting. And so when you're thinking about all these things and wondering what they're doing, you have the option to let that mindset go and think about what you want to do. Do you want to go to the movies? Then go to the movies. Do you want to go get dressed up and go out to a nice dinner? Then go do that with yourself. Do you want to sit at home and just, pop some popcorn and have a night at home with a glass of wine? Then do that. Romance yourself. I remember any trip I went on, I would always plan a very fancy night out. I would make it would be a place that required reservations only. It would be one of the top areas to eat in the area I was going, and I would get dressed up and I would go. And so if you haven't done that for yourself, if you haven't had those experiences, if you want to go out dancing, go dancing. Like, it's so important to romance yourselves and really change the tune of your life here into a life of love, because then your twin flame is going to show up because they're going to be so magnetized to you, and they're going to complement everything that's going on in your life and add to it.
Yeah, I think you're saying don't stop yourself from doing the things that you want to do just because your twin flame isn't right next to you, or because your friends don't want to do it. Bring joy into your life with whatever brings joy into your life. Going to the movies, going horseback riding, whatever it may be that brings joy into your life, do it. Go out and do it, whether you're on your own or you're with someone else that wants to do it, or friends or family. The important thing is to enjoy your life, and that's what's going to attract your twin flame into your life, and not sitting in a dark room with the shades drawn, wondering where they're at or what they're doing or who they're doing what with. That is not going to attract your twin flame into your life. That is just going to repulse. That energy is just going to repulse them, and you want to create the life that you really enjoy living, right? Because when you create the life that you enjoy living, wouldn't it not be fun to like come and join? If I was just like having just a grand old time,
Absolutely.
wouldn't you be like, oh my God, I want to come like join? What's going on? You're always doing something cool. Like, invite me.
Yeah, absolutely. There are so many different ways to romance yourself and really focus your energy on God. And one thing that we do as unionists is we practically apply these teachings. This is what we do. We apply the teachings of unionism in our life. And so let's look at that and look at how you can apply this. And what I would really like to do is talk. You and I challenged each other a couple years ago. And
We did?
remember we challenged each other to do the romance attraction course? We ended up doing it together.
What do you mean we challenged each
Well,
other?
we went through the
We
romance
said,
attraction.
hey, you want to do it together?
Yeah. So we were
Challenge
both
accepted?
But we did. Remember we did the romance attraction course together?
Yeah, very willingly. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what was your experience as a divine masculine moving through the romance attraction course?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, what was your experience? What did you find? What did you realize about romancing yourself as a masculine energy?
Yeah, not something that I probably would have normally done. I guess prior to that, I did do all the exercises in the course, and one of them is to take yourself out to a nice dinner, and I did that. It wasn't particularly weird, but it's just not something that I ever would have done before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of exercises in there that push you outside what would be your comfort
Sure,
zone.
it didn't really bother me to go to a restaurant and have a meal by myself. I didn't really mind what people thought of that, and there was probably more than just me that were just having a meal by themselves, not like coincidentally, where that people weren't just, not everyone was with someone at the restaurant, so it seemed kind of normal, normal setting.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely not something that I would have done prior. And as a man, there's probably a lot of things in the course that weren't something that was normalized as a man to do, but definitely beneficial and definitely something that took me out of my comfort zone, and I suppose expanded my awareness on. I had no idea that I could really treat myself in that particular way, because I had never seen anybody do that before, in my life.
It's entirely new teaching to us.
No one's ever talked about doing that in my in my vicinity, and so it was more of something to get used to, I suppose, than something that was weird, I guess. Mm-hmm. Just something new. Yeah.
I remember one of my favorite moments was in the romance attraction course was finding my signature scent. I went on this journey of finding my signature scent, and really started exploring perfumes and colognes and different things for women in that area to find my signature scent. And I bought 3 or 4 of them at the time, and I still have them because they're very potent, and I only use a little at a time. But it was a really fun exploration of different things that I liked, and I found so much femininity in it, and I really felt like I blossomed in an entirely new way in that space. And that was very just a sacred moment for me in romancing myself. And so there's nothing standing in your way to inviting romance in your life. And remember, the way that you naturally romance another is most likely the way that you like to be romanced. So if you find that you love to do acts of service, or you love quality time, or maybe you love words of affirmation, or you just, whatever it is that you do, you like to gift things to people that you loved. Well, you know what? Gift something to yourself, right? If you love words of affirmation, write words to yourself. Write a poem to yourself. Write a poem to God.
Nice things about yourself.
Write nice things about yourself. If you like acts of service, what can you do to incorporate, something in your life that you want to do for yourself? right? And implement that. Start doing that now and never stop. Continue to do it. Continue to go deeper into it. And always find time to romance yourself and bring yourself into a place of feeling good about yourself, of increasing your feel-good energy within, because that is magnetizing to your twin flame. They won't be able to stay away from you when you're in a place of complete bliss and feeling good because you're taking care of yourself. And as a woman, it takes so much weight off of your man when you take care of yourself in this space, because you love yourself and you feel good, and that just brings them delight and love to see you feeling so good about yourself.
Yeah, I think romancing yourself really builds yourself up instead of tears you down or leaves you desolate.
Yeah,
maybe a better way.
You become unstoppable.
But it really builds up your self-esteem and confidence in yourself, because, oh, hey, I'm lovable and I'm loved. I'm loving myself, and you're worth it. You recognize that you're worth that level of love and romance.
Jason and I would like to invite all of you to join us for after church tea time. Our sermon team absolutely loves the topic of romance, so we are going to be spearheading that hour. So we really hope that you've written down some things and you're ready to chat, and you would want us to join us for tea time. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to close. Please join us for our closing prayer and alms. Father, I accept your word into my heart. I will honor your will in my life and will follow you without hesitation anywhere you ask. I know you guide me into your heart where I belong. I accept that you are everywhere and your teaching is in all things. God, I know you provide me clarity in this teaching of union, that I may be forever in union with you. I accept that you are in me as you are in my brother. I will not deny my brother your word, and will share your teachings with him in any way you ask, and only as you ask. For when I share my salvation with him, I fully claim my salvation and return to you with him. In Christ's name, Amen.
Speaking this prayer in your heart means that you have accepted that you are on the path of awakening to your true divine nature. This is what it means to be a unionist. Follow the teachings of union of God wherever you find them, and purify your consciousness into perfect union with your Creator.
Okay, everyone, please take a nice deep breath, and please chant with us out loud or in your heart. Thank you all so much for joining us. Happy Valentine's Day.
See you next time.
Namaste.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you, Jason and Chrissy, for this beautiful Sunday sermon. And I really loved how they romanced each other, how they looked at themselves, right? And you could see so much love there. And for example, when Chrissy made the choice to get some flowers, and Jay brought them home, and I remember even Shaleia did the same before, right, when Jeff surprised her. And having this beautiful morning discussions with each other, right, having breakfast and sharing their dreams and going deeper there with God. And it was so beautiful to witness that between twin flames. So thank you very much for sharing it with us, Jason and Chrissy. And I also remember when Jeff mentioned once in a class that when you don't enjoy your life, if you don't romance yourself, if you don't spend the money on yourself and invest into yourself, filling your cup up. What is life all for, right? Living your life purpose. It's so important to put yourself first there. Maybe it's kind of an invitation for you there to make a new choice, like the moment you receive the money, for example, to put it aside, just some money for yourself every time you receive it. And now I invite you to check out our unionism.org website, where you can also donate or tithe if you want to contribute to sharing this message with as many God's children as possible, that everybody can experience this romance, an eternal honeymoon with God, and together like building heaven on earth with each other, right? And I also invite you to like and subscribe our Church of Union YouTube channel. And it's not only that you find all our previous sermons there, but also a lot of other discussions. We have Black Lives Matters, after church tea time, living in harmony with each other. And yeah, like a thumbs up is very like welcome and received. And I invite you now to join us there in the Unionism Spiritual Discussion Group on Facebook for our after church tea time. And I would really love to hear from you. Maybe you got inspired to try something new out, or how you are romancing yourself. Right? I always love to get inspired like by each other and to try something new out. And so thank you very much for joining us today, and have a beautiful Sunday, have a beautiful week, and we look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care and bye.